Today's video is a little bit different. We're not doing a travel vlog, sadly. I am not going anywhere. I am currently in Washington. So today's video is going to be something that y'all requested. And it is all about how to survive Miami for spring break. Spring break is upon us. We got about 2 months to get your body right, to get your outfits ready, to have your hair slayed, eyelash extensions popping, and to have fun. So today's video is the PWI and HBCU perspective. Obviously, if you know me, I do not go to an HBCU, but my friend, my dear friend Dre, helped me out with this video, and he is the HBCU perspective. He goes to FAMU University, lives in Tallahassee, Florida, and I will drop his Snap and IG name so y'all can go follow him. He will be in Miami for spring break. Look out for that. And yeah, let's get right in. So we're gonna talk about money first. Don't come to Miami broke. Don't go anywhere on spring break broke, because if you go to Miami broke, you're gonna be sad. With that being said, if you are one of those people who you're like, Tay, I've been saving up all year for this, I got bread to spend, okay, spend your bread then. I would say you could spend about $300 to $400 in about a 5-day span on food and drink. And this is your person that, you know, I got a little bit of bread to spend. You pre-bought everything, hotel, Airbnb, rental car, you know, all that stuff is already paid for. So this is just your spending money that you're using in Miami. So I would say a good amount is about $300 to $400. Now, if you're one of those people who you want to drink more, eat less, you could probably live on about $100 to $200 for 4 to 5 days a weekend. But that, like I said, is the drink more, eat less kind of route. So consider which route you're going. Me personally, when I went to Miami, I had the expectations of being the person that spent that $100 to $200, and I ended up spending total about $1,500. And this is not including hair, nails, all that. This is just spending money, me having fun, Ubers, all that. I spent about $1,500. So if you got about $1,500 to spend, do it. I would say I'm never going to do that again. That was stupid of me. I'm not doing it again. I paid for it in the end. So yeah. Another thing I would say is don't carry a lot of cash on you. Carrying cash is, for one, the quickest way to lose it, because you're going to be on the beach. You're not going to want to have a big old bulky wallet. You're not going to want to have a huge purse. You're not going to want your friends to hold it. Just carry, you know, maybe take out $40 for the day, $50 for the day, and have that be your set amount. And usually I would say the only time when you're actually going to need cash would be to tip. If you are the person that tips, I hope y'all tip. If you do tip, I would say that probably the only thing you need cash for, unless you are that person that pays for everything in cash, then you would carry a little bit more. Where to stay in Miami? Okay, this is an easy one. Stay on Collins Ave. Collins Ave is where everything is going down. Now, Collins Ave is long. It's not just like 1 or 2 blocks. We're talking about 20 to 30 minutes driving to get across Collins Ave. Now, when I went to Miami last year, I was not told that you should stay kind of in the middle, closer to the beach, but still not too far from the clubs and all the places, the hangout spots everyone's gonna be. So I was like, well, me and my friends were looking for our hotel. We were like, bet, Collins Ave, we found a hotel that was pretty cheap, and so we was like, this should be nice. Wrong. It was cheap, but we were a good 20-minute, 25-minute drive with Miami traffic every day to the beach. And that's not, you know, you don't want to be in the car while everybody's turning up on the beach already. So be within 5 to 10 minutes walking distance. That, I think, is a good amount of time to get to the beach, do what you got to do. But if you're running late, you're not far, so it's not going to, if you and your girls, if one of y'all get ready really fast and the other one gets really, really slow, y'all can just link. It'll be a quick thing. You don't have to be waiting on nobody. Y'all don't got to split Ubers. Don't nobody got to be mad about, oh, well, you left me. It's just best to be in about a 5 to 10 minute walk from the beach. And also, I would say get an Airbnb. Don't get a hotel. I messed up by getting a hotel, but that's because my friends, we had a lot of expectations, of where we were staying. It was 3 of us, and we wanted to find a place that had, and this mostly was my friend's request. It had to have a kitchenette, it had to have good lighting, and the mirrors had to be big, and it has to be bougie. So obviously, y'all hearing that, y'all are like, Tay, that's gonna be expensive. Yeah, well, we found that, but we paid for it and other things we didn't think of, like location and room size and just the way the hotel itself looks. We didn't really know for the price of the room we were getting. So get an Airbnb. Now, Dre, him and his friends, they did get an Airbnb, and he says that was the best option. The downside to getting an Airbnb, which doesn't have to be a downside, is getting it early enough. So last year around this time, me and my friends, we had already bought our ticket, and we were starting to look for our hotel. If you get your Airbnb early, you have first dibs on good location and the way it looks, because obviously the places that are cheaper, that have pretty much everything you want, are gonna go first, especially for people like me or my friends who've already been, or who might be going again. So get your Airbnb as early as possible. I would say, if you can, I would get your Airbnb before your plane ticket. Your plane ticket's always gonna be there. The Airbnb will not. So yeah, so do that. And also just keep in mind, when you are 5 to 10 minutes away from the beach, that cuts down on Uber costs. Ubers are no more expensive than in your own state that you're in, or your own city. The thing is they're gonna take forever to get to you. And so that's gonna be something that sucks. There's a lot of traffic. I would compare Miami's traffic to LA traffic. It sucks. What takes 20 minutes to get might take 45 minutes. So keep that in mind with where you pick on location. Also with your Airbnb, some people, this is not a problem for them, but Dre and his friends, they got their Airbnb later on. And it wasn't Airbnb, but they had 2 bedrooms and it was 9 of them. Sis, that's a no for me. But if you're with a bunch of dudes, or you're with girls who just don't care, then do it, But if you're one of those kind of people, you're not like, nah, I need to have it, just 1 to a bed or 2 to a bed. That's what I'm looking at. I would get it now or sometime here very soon. Now, some places to go and see. These are kind of like a list that me and Dre thought of that are just kind of must-see, must-go places while you're in Miami for spring break. Keep in mind, there are 3 weeks that everyone kind of goes down to Miami for spring break. There's week 1, week 2, and week 3, and I will give you guys a link to where you can find where most of what list each school is in. Now, the list that I saw is mostly HBCU schools on that side of the country. So if you're from WSU like me, or Oregon or Cali, you're not going to be on the list. So you just kind of got to know when your spring break is, and then you can put yourself into which week you're going to be in. If you do go to WSU, we are in week 2. You're in luck. Week 2 is the best week. Week 2 is most schools are during week 2, so that is when I would say it's most lit. With that being said, places to go. Top place that you have to go while you're there is Wynwood Art District. Wynwood Art District is the art district, and there are so many beautiful murals, paintings, wall art, all like these beautiful like sculptures and structures that you can take pictures in front of. It's Miami, so the sun probably will be out. A lot of the things that people take pictures by are like colorful and bright. So it's definitely a place where you want to come looking your best. You want to have a cute outfit on. This is the time to get your IG pics up. Let's just say, man, day one at the beach didn't go so well for you. You didn't get no cute pictures. Well, Wynwood, you can redeem yourself. Me, personally, when I went, I wish I would have gotten more pictures. I will insert a picture at some point in the video of me, like a picture that I took when I was at the art district. But I did look pretty cute. But I also was just dressing up for that day. So yeah, dress cute to that. PANGEA. I'm gonna insert a video of PANGEA.
Broke off your, broke off your, broke off your back. If you broke off your back, broke off your back, broke off your, broke off your, broke off your back. Girl, you know you got the glue, know you got the glue, know you got the glue. Come broke off your back, broke off your back, broke off.
So y'all can see what it's like, because me describing it is not good enough. But PANGEA is just one big Caribbean, Afro, Latina party that everyone goes to. And PANGEA, I'm not sure if it is in week 1 and week 3. I know it's week 2 for sure. And you can find out some of these things that are going on in addition to what I'm gonna say on different social media sites. So I followed a Twitter page that had all of these different parties going on and just stuck with that. So PANGEA is a must go. Has to go to PANGEA. KOD, now if you're into like strip clubs and whatnot, I would say KOD, King of Diamonds, is really fun. On Tuesdays, it's Tuition Tuesday, so it's a lot cheaper for college students to go to. And also on Tuesdays, there's Club Aura. Club Aura is where I went last year, and it's more of a upper end kind of bougier club. It is there. The manager there, he's very, very picky about looks and how you're dressed and your crew, what everyone, like how everyone's looking. So make sure, whoever you go with, you're slayed. Because I seen girls and guys getting turned around at the door, and I thought they looked fine. But just keep that in mind. Unless you're one of those people where you're, you got bread and you can slide the bouncer 100 and they'll just let you in. Because they're about their money. So that's an option. But I didn't have money like that. So I just got in on how I looked. But yeah, keep that in mind. So, and that is Club Aura. Another place to go to is The Office, another strip club. I've never been to The Office, so I don't know what it's like, but it is another one of the popular ones that people go to. And Club Cameo is a big, big popular one. I want to say last year at Club Cameo, they had Lil Wayne there on Saturday night. That was towards the end of the week. And then Club Live is a really popular club. You will see celebrities at Club Live. I don't remember who they had last year, but I know Mike Jones was there, and there's just a ton of people that were there at Club Live. Also, when you're keeping in mind where to go for clubs, strip clubs, and stuff like that, ask the locals. They're going to also know some good places. My personal favorite of where to go is Wynwood Art District. So at night, Wynwood actually has a bunch of clubs and parties you can go to, and they're all like outside. They're they're more chill. You don't gotta have heels and a dress on. If you know me, I'm not a heel and dress kind of person. I like to go in like a cute pair of pants, some slides and some flats or whatever. It's more chill, but it's still like that like college party scene type of club. So it's, a lot more casual. It's super fun. You can still take pictures. The art is still all there. So yeah, Wynwood Art District at night is lit. I don't remember a lot of the club names, but once you get down there, you're going to run into all of them. And each club is going to have a different type of music. Me personally, when I went on a Wednesday, it was more like dance hall and reggae, and that's kind of my style. And I went to another one that was like next door to there. It was like Afro beats, and there's something for everyone. Make sure you have to go eat at. Dre says that finger licking is a must go to. I didn't get a chance to go to finger licking, but it is DJ Khaled's restaurant, so you have to go there and go to any Haitian restaurant. You're in Miami, you have to go to a Haitian restaurant. I went to also when me and my friends, we went to a Nigerian restaurant in North Miami, and it was really really good. It was good. It was a little pricey, but I had enough food for 2 days. My friends actually went back the next day as well. So just keep in mind with your budget, you know, how much you're spending. Like if you're gonna spend a $15, $20 meal, make sure that it's enough for 2 days. Unless you just eat a lot. I eat normal, so for me it was 2 meals, but keep that in mind. Also, a restaurant called Snappers is a good place to go. And when you're on the beach, this is something that is important. Listen up to this. There's going to be a ton of restaurants along Ocean Drive. So you're going to be walking around along Ocean Drive, and you'll probably see like Wet Willie's at some point. Wet Willie's is like a daiquiri bar, kind of like Fat Tuesdays. And Wet Willie's to the left and the right of Wet Willie's will be a bunch of restaurant bar type places, and they're all gonna have people standing outside trying to get you to come in, saying they have all these kinds of deals going on. And sis, they don't. Okay, me and my friends got played. We went to one of those places, and our waitress, she didn't speak really good English, and so the whole time the communication was really, there's that communication barrier. And so, and none of my friends spoke Spanish, so we were just really struggling with trying to like explain what promotional item we wanted. So we ended up spending, a lot of the places are gonna have these 2-for-1 drink deals, and like these huge like glasses that have like these, you know, margaritas and daiquiris and all these fancy drinks in them, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I want one, you know, you're gonna get really lit. And I probably spent, well, me and my friends, we got 2, and it was $70. So that was out of our price range, and the drinks were not strong. They were very much so like juice. So consider, I would say, not going to those. Wet Willie's, I wanted to go to Wet Willie's, but the lines are going to be ridiculous. Just wait in the line, because it is worth it once you finally get your what you want there. Also, if you're watching this video and you're thinking like, Tay, I'm not even trying to go to no expensive restaurant, I'm trying to spend my money elsewhere, I need to go to McDonald's. McDonald's is going to be your best friend. I had Uber Eats McDonald's probably at least twice. It is very convenient, especially when you're coming back from, you know, the club, Wynwood, the beach, and it's late, and you're not trying to go sit up at a restaurant. You're just trying to get back to the hotel, to the Airbnb. It's a safe bet. McDonald's is cheap. The delivery fee was $3. So, you know, you and 3 friends, y'all each pay an extra $1. So that's really cool. And also, if you are in an Airbnb, you can get noodles and like other quick meals y'all can just make, so that way you can maybe only buy 1 meal out, and then maybe 2, you all have snacks back at the Airbnb to just have while you're chilling, or to take before you go to the beach or something like that. When you go down there, if you're one of those kind of girls who you get a little insecure when you see girls kind of, with their hair slayed and, eyelash extensions, this might be a time where you might want to do a little bit more. You might want to go the extra mile, because we all know, we're at home and we're not traveling. We do the bare minimum, or we do just enough. But I will say, I was talking to Dre about this, and a lot of like the girls who go to HBCUs, man, their hair is slayed. Like, you have to think like they got friends that can do their frontals and all that. So, us girls that come from PWI, some of us might get down there like, man, I didn't know like I had to look this good. You don't have to, but I don't want you guys to get down there and be like, man, like nobody told me. Because I'm telling you, look, I was fortunate enough to know, just to know, and I watched a lot of like some of my favorite YouTubers, like Cinderella OG. She went before me, and so I can kind of see, I seen like how girls were dressed and stuff, so I could see what the vibe was down there, so I could prepare myself. But I did see some people who you could tell they were just like, man, I'm not going out on the beach, I don't want to be seen, because they didn't look how they wanted to look. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that you gotta do the most, but do a little bit extra, go the extra mile when you're getting ready um, to to go, because you know it's Miami. You can get some IG pictures. You know, this is a time for you to look good, feel good, stunt on. Just a couple of things that I'm calling "don't be dumb, sis." Things to know. Always have your ID. If you don't have your ID, you won't get in anywhere ever. That is just a rule of thumb. Have your ID on you. Never know what's going to happen. Also, prepare for lots of walking. There's going to be a lot of times where you're going to have to walk a while to meet your Uber driver because he got lost. There was one time where we actually lost my friend, and we were walking around for a good hour looking for her, and eventually we just ended up Ubering back to our hotel and meeting her. So be comfortable, because you just never know what's going to happen. Have your comfortable shoes. If that means slides, flip-flops, tennis shoes, whatever that means for you, make sure you have them on deck. Okay, when it comes to being on the beach, this is probably my favorite thing to talk about, because the beach was where a lot of fun happened. So everything that you heard about Miami, some of the reasons why you want to go there for spring break, the beach is where it happened. I seen some of the craziest stuff ever. I had the most fun on the beach. I felt like it was one big party, okay? Now, how the beach is divided. So, people asked me last year, they were like, well, how did you know like where to go on the beach? Two things. I had a friend who had already went last year. Second thing, when you tell your Uber driver, you know, hey, I want to go to Ocean Drive. Ocean Drive is pretty long. It's like Collins Ave. You can kind of get dropped off anywhere. I always say a good reference point is Wet Willie's. It's kind of in the middle, and it's close to the entrance. So if you're dropped off at Wet Willie's, there's going to be an entrance probably about 200 feet ahead of you, and you're going to see just a wave of black people, okay? When you see this wave, you'll know you're in the right spot. Just walk towards where everyone's going. That is where the party will be found, okay? Now, once you get on the beach, depending on your style of music, there's going to be a lot of different groups with big speakers playing music. You can kind of just join in on one of them. If you are more of like a dance hall Afrobeat person, you're going to know, you're going to spot those people from a mile away. An easy way to kind of spot your crowd of people is to bring your country's flag. You could, you know, if you're from Haiti, bring your Haitian flag. You know, Nigeria, Trinidad, wherever you're from, bring your flag, and that's an easy way to kind of spot the music that is played in that area. And also, if that is the case, maybe one of the days, make your flag your outfit. Kind of base your outfit off your flag. That's kind of a good way to get attention from people, you know, to talk to people. They'll come up to you. So that's an easy way when you're on the beach. Well, when you're anywhere, but on the beach especially. Also, there will be a lot of people. I don't remember the name of the challenge where they had like the speaker on their shoulders and like everyone was like following them when dancing. So there's going to be a lot of that. So there's going to be a lot of people with speakers. Just kind of pick where you want to go. Also, I seen in the first clip that I showed y'all, that's from Dre. He took that video. If you notice the FAMU flag flying around in the background, depending on what HBCU you're from, y'all probably will have a flag somewhere. So that's an easy way to spot, you know, your crowd of people. So you can always do that. Look for the flag. And that also goes with Greek life. There's a lot of NPHC organizations that have flags. So you can, you know, find your crowd there. Also, if you're one of those people who you're like, hey, I don't want to be in a crowd of people, like I'm not that kind of person, there's also kind of people towards the back in the beginning of like towards the shore where like the sand rises a bit. Those people are usually sitting down on the sand. They're just vibing. These are the people who brought their beach blankets, all that. My friends, we didn't bring that. We came, to be in the crowd, and so that's where we were. Also, when you're on the beach, if you plan on taking pictures in the water, be aware of a couple things. There was a lot of trash in the water, so if you're bringing bottles and all that, just pick up after yourself. It just makes it a lot easier. I know the beach got closed down a couple of times because of the amount of trash. So whatever, like bottles and cans and stuff you bring, just make sure you throw it away after, so that way it's nice and clean for the next day. Or maybe sometimes there's parties at night, they'll open it up again. It'll be nice and clean for that. But when you're in the water, you won't see a lot of people swimming. Like, you might see one or two people, but when everyone's there, you're coming to take pictures. It's for it's the aesthetic. It's for IG. It's for, social media. So keep that in mind. Look cute. I would say the beach is somewhere you can have a full face, but personally, I didn't. I did like have foundation and highlight on, and I did my brows, but that was it. I also had eyelash extensions, so things were a lot easier for me when it came to getting ready and when I was on the beach, because the waves do kind of splash at you. I mean, you all have been to the beach. The waves do splash at you, so you could potentially get a little wet. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so while you're on the beach, you're gonna see nudity. You're gonna see scammers. You're gonna see people acting a fool. Think about, how you want to be portrayed. So just like, people are always gonna have their phones out. Social media is big, so do you want to end up on Snap? It just kind of depends on like the type of person you are, but have fun. You and your friends are gonna be there to catch crazy moments that y'all are doing. So just be mindful of those things, because I've seen videos of girls doing wild things, and I'm pretty sure those things you don't want your family to see, an employer to see. So keep that in mind. Also, I experienced that if you are from a PWI, you might be a little shocked at the amount of Black people that are on the beach, because, we don't see large groups of Black people like that. I mean, like at our BSUs, yeah, but I'm talking like thousands, okay, all in one spot, having a great time. So you might be in a little bit of shock, but people like Dre, he goes to an HBCU, so this is an everyday thing for him. So it's definitely a sight to see. If you guys have anything that you guys want to know that I didn't mention in this video, let me know. If there was anything in this video that you want to know that I didn't mention, or that you want me to touch on a little bit more, please leave a comment, or you can email me. You can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, anything. I'm willing to answer any of your questions about travel, about anything. I'm willing to answer. Also, if I don't know, Dre will know. I have other friends who have been. Let me know what you would want to know before getting to Miami, because honey, it's gonna be crazy, and you might be a little bit overwhelmed when it comes to doing your research. But also, something that you can do is look at other people's travel vlogs. Travel vlogs are a great way to see what that city is like before you go, especially if the person is of your demographic. So they're young, they're African American, and they're coming from college. All those things are factors on their experience. Will kind of show you what your experience would be like. So do your research. I did my research before I went. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all later.